Hola, clase. Let's learn how to conjugate ER and IR verbs in the present tense. If this is your first time watching this video, I would encourage you should be writing down these notes on your blue notes paper titled the same thing, Conjugating ER and IR Verbs. So again, try to fill out your blue notes as you watch this video. So let's get going. So there are 3 types of infinitive verbs in Spanish. What type of infinitive verb do you already know how to conjugate? Yep, you already know how to conjugate AR verbs. Those are verbs that end with AR. Now let's learn how to conjugate verbs that end with ER and IR. They are different than AR verbs. The steps are still the same though. When you conjugate verbs, the first thing that you do is you choose the infinitive that you need. So that could be like, okay, if I want to talk about dancing, then I would need to choose the verb bailar. That's an AR verb. If I want to talk about eating, then I would need to use the verb comer. That's an ER verb. So that first step remains the same. Second step also remains the same. You write only the stem. Or you could choose to write out the verb and then chop off the AR, ER, or IR ending. Then you need to choose the ending that matches the subject. This is where we need to learn new endings. The endings for AR verbs are not the same as ER or IR. So let's continue. Here are our ER verb endings. O, es, hemos, en. Notice that they're the same as AR verbs, except for the A changes into an E. Whoa. Okay, so let's try this out. Here's your verb comer. Chop off the ER. What ending do you put on it to match nosotros? You're right, comemos. Let's go again. Beber. Beber means to drink. I chop off the ER. What ending do I add to match mis amigas? Well, that's plural, so I'm over here. It doesn't say yo, so we would add the ellas ending. Mis amigas beben. How about usted plus leer? Now, even though there's 2 E's in a row, I just chop off the ER. So usted plus leer, usted's right here. Lee, okay, lee. It's not li, not 1 syllable, it's 2 syllables, lee. All right, last one, yo plus correr. Correr means to run. I chop off the ER and I add an O. Yo corro. Got it? Okay, ER verbs and IR verbs have very similar endings. What's the only difference that you see between IR verb endings and ER verb endings? You're right, it's the nosotros form. Otherwise, they're the same. O, es, hemos, en. Yep, the nosotros form is different, as is vosotros, but we don't use that one. But all the rest are the same. All right, let's keep going. Ella plus abrir. Abrir means to open. So I chop off the IR, so I have abre. And then what ending goes with ella? Ella abre. Continuamos. Juan y Rogelio escribir. Chop off the IR, escribe. Escribe. And then what ending do I put for Juan y Rogelio? 2 people. I'm not one of them, so it must be they. Escriben. All right. 2 more. Dos más. 2 plus vivir. So I chop off the IR. Oopsies. And then what ending do I put for the 2 form? Vives. Vivir is a new verb for us. It means to live. To live. Pretty sweet, huh? All right, last one. Asistir. Asistir means to attend. Like you're going to a basketball game, you attend it. We chop off the IR, so we have asist. And then what ending do I add for nosotros? Asistimos. Muy bien, you should be done filling out your notes by now. But again, feel free to watch this over again if you want to. Ok, gracias clase.